Welcome to From Market to Table. I am here, Lillian, with Sarah today, and we're doing some very interesting things for fall and football season. We are going to have vegetable pizza, a ghost s'more, we're going to have a chocolate cheesecake, and we're going to have walking tacos. So now I'm going to turn it over to Sarah, and she's going to start her walking tacos.
Thank you, Lillian.
You're welcome.
So anyone who has attended a Little League game in the past year or two definitely knows what a walking taco is. But for those of you who don't, a walking taco is kind of like Little League's mom way of serving a taco conveniently at a baseball or football or any other type of sporting event. So a traditional walking taco, let me start by saying I just have 2 tablespoons of butter, and I started cooking down the onions just before we started filming, and now I'm going to add about a teaspoon or 2 of garlic. I usually am generous with garlic because I enjoy it, so I'm going to add that in. But your traditional walking taco is just taco meat, your regular like ground meat taco meat, and then it depends on the Little League concession stand that you go to.
Exactly.
It's usually lettuce, salsa, sour cream, and cheese. So today I decided to do, if you're having a party at your house, I thought, oh, it'd be really neat to just set all different kinds of chips out because you usually serve them right in the bag, which is what makes it a walking taco. So it's not in a shell, it goes into a bag of chips, so you can do Doritos, Fritos, Cool Ranch Doritos, you can do the tiny little tortilla chips, and you serve them right in the bag. And I thought it would be neat to just have everything out and available to have the ground meat, and then I'm going to show you like a more adult version that you could do if you're having a party at your house and you want to serve it a little more like adult style. So that's what we're going to do today. So 2 tablespoons of butter, 1 onion chopped, and about a teaspoon or more of minced garlic. I'm going to add a little bit of salt and pepper. Now at home I would use sea salt and freshly ground pepper. And this is a nice hot pan on a nice hot burner, so everything browns up really nicely. Okay. Then I'm going to add 1 can of, the recipe calls for fire roasted tomatoes. So I just got these, I think I got it, thank you.
Oh, I was going to say there should be a nice...
There we go, okay. I got these diced tomatoes with green chilies to add a little bit of a kick to it. I'm not gonna drain them or anything. Mix that in. And then here I just made some chicken yesterday and shredded it up. This is an easy one if you want to just grab a rotisserie chicken and shred it up when you get home. But around 2 cups of shredded chicken.
Would that work with pulled pork also?
Oh, I definitely think so. Yeah, I think you could probably set up, I like to set up like things like this, that it's like taco bar, quesadilla bar, mashed potato bar or baked potato bar, so that people can go along and like make it their own. And I have 4 children and a husband, and so that's usually how we roll at home for dinner.
Well,
so
yes,
that everybody's
and especially
happy.
with the kids involved in different things.
Right.
Yes.
Yes.
Very rarely do you sit down and eat.
Right.
That's
well,
why walking tacos are nice because they're in a bag.
Right.
It's
right
an easy
in the bag.
cleanup too.
Yes, for sure. 1 pan pretty much. Okay. Then it calls for a 1/4 cup of buffalo or hot sauce. So my cousin was in town from California a couple years ago, and I said, oh, what do you like to eat for breakfast? And she was like, I eat scrambled eggs every day with hot sauce. But she told me I had to get this kind for her, and I was like, what? And I had never tried this before, and it's called Cholula, and oh my word, you will never go back. This is so much more flavor. Like really? I feel like other hot sauces I've used, they just like burn my tongue, but there's not a ton of flavor. This one is so much flavor, a little less heat, but still enough heat, just the right amount of heat, and I will never go back. This is actually, it's not with the hot sauces and ketchups and things. It is in the international aisle. So This is to taste. So if you're making this for kids, you may not want to put this in at all. But if you're making it for adults, I think the recipe calls for about a quarter a cup or a half a cup. But you can, you know, spice it up however you'd like or leave it out. Make, you know, make half of it spicy and half of it not. So what's nice about this is it kind of, the salsa's kind of incorporated right into here. So instead of having 6 different things to put in the bag, that with the tomatoes and the chilies and the onion and the garlic, you essentially have
Everything
your salsa ingredients already in the pan.
That's great.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm actually going to let this simmer while you move on to your first recipe.
Okay, very good. All right. Now, what we are doing is making a veggie pizza. And because the shell has to be cooled, I've prepared the shell at home. And instead of making my pizza crust from scratch, which you can do if you are very energetic, which I am not, I use just the Pillsbury pizza dough that you just roll out and pop in the oven for like 10-15 minutes, and it's done, and it turns out beautifully, and then you leave it cool. And while it's cooling, you mix 1 package of cream cheese, a half a cup of sour cream, and this time we checked and made sure that all of the mixers work. If any of you watch periodically, you will know that one time, way early, in fact, I think it was the first one I did, was off to a good start and my electric mixer did not work. But that's okay because we just mixed it by hand, but it's a lot easier if you can go ahead and mix it with a mixer. Of course, this is already softened. You can soften your cream cheese in the microwave if you wish. In a dish, don't put it in with a foil. That doesn't work. Makes very pretty sparks, but it's not good for your microwave. Now, I'm not going to measure out my garlic salt and my onion because, well, because it would mean taking the lids off. I do have my spoon here. You only use 1/8 of a spoon, 1/8 of a teaspoon. Make sure it's mixed up well. And also, just to save time, all of this can be done while your crust is cooling. I cut my veggies and have them in small bags so that I didn't have to go ahead and mix them all now. So then we just scrape this out of the bowl and spread it on our pizza dough. And you can put in any of the vegetables that you want. This is a good way to get kids to try different kinds of vegetables because so many kids do not like vegetables. I used to cheat. I made a very good spinach lasagna because my kids did not like spinach. And you know, Popeye says spinach is good and it does give you muscles and all of this. So, and this part of the pizza, you can have the kids do themselves. They can spread the cream cheese dressing on the pizza shell.
Yeah, and they're so much more likely to eat what they help make.
Oh, heavens, yes. And it's a lot of fun, and it also keeps them out of your hair. You know, it keeps them busy while they're doing something. And you know, I was really surprised in this area especially at the number of grandparents that are raising kids. And they watch them after school and so forth. So this is just, you know, some ideas that you can use with the kids. Then I have carrots and snow peas. But what I'm going to do, so I don't get them all in one spot on my pizza shell, I'm going to dump them all in a large bag and mix them up.
Are you done with this?
Yes,
Okay.
thank you so much. You can lick the batter.
Oh,
Okay.
not on screen.
No, no, you have to go behind the blue set. Back there, we won't see it.
Yeah.
This is sweet bell pepper. These are carrots and snow peas. I have yellow sweet bell peppers. And it's just about a half a cup of each of the vegetables. Mushrooms. Like I said, you can put anything, any vegetable that you wish on it, and it makes it so nice and so colorful. Oh, come on. My mushrooms don't want to leave the bag. They know that it's raining out and they decided they're going to stay in their plastic bag. I have broccoli and I have cauliflower. Now, I don't think there's anything else that you can think of that would be healthy for kids. Well, maybe spinach. And this, the kids can also do, and they like to do it. This was as much fun, and it makes it look so nice and colorful, and it's all mixed up. And then all what you do, how are our tacos coming?
They are coming along really well. The sauce, the liquid is all absorbed in, and that's what you're looking for, because you don't want to dump a bunch of liquid into your chip bag, or you can imagine what would happen to your chips. So I actually turned the burner off. This one works way faster than any of my burners at home. So yeah, it took less than 10 minutes, but this is what you're looking for. You want everything, all your veggies should be soft, and the liquid should be gone. So as you can see, we don't have any liquid left over here, so we're just gonna have essentially shredded chicken with our cooked down veggies to put in. Oh, now look at that.
Look how colorful, and you can cut pieces whatever size you want.
Very nice. That is one of my favorite. Anytime I walk into a
Really?
party
Yes.
and veggie pizza's there, I get very excited. And I like that you didn't put olives on yours, because I don't like olives, and a lot of times people put olives on.
I don't like olives either. I don't know if olives are good for you, but I don't like them, so they're not on my pizza. If you want, I can always set a little dish of olives alongside, and if
There
you
you
want,
go.
you can put your own olives
There
on.
you go.
In
Yeah.
fact, I can't remember what it was that I made on the show, but I said if you didn't like the olives, you could always shoot them across the table at your
There
house.
you go.
But I didn't think that was a very good idea.
And probably not. My kids like to put them on their fingers.
Yes.
Be like little olive fingers. And yeah. Okay, so now
Okay,
that our
back to the
liquid
top.
is all absorbed in and cooked away, you're just going to take your little bag of Doritos or whatever it is, and then smash up the chips, because that's going to make it easier to get it all out. It's very difficult if you put a fork into a bag with like full-size Doritos or tortilla chips or whatever. So, and the kids love doing this part too.
Oh,
because
yes.
Who doesn't want to smash up a bag of chips? So, all right, so you smashed up your bag of chips, and then just put a nice big spoonful or two of our shredded chicken taco meat mixture, And then on top of that, you can put whatever cheese you like. So if you're setting this up as a little like build your own at your house, I got the nacho and taco because it has like some Mexican spices on it. I thought that would go well with this. So you're just gonna put your cheese on top, and because it's going right on top of the hot meat, that'll start to melt it down a little bit, get all nice and melty. And then you can have sour cream out as well for those who prefer it. And you can also get lettuce out and different things like that, whatever everybody prefers. So I just like to put a nice big dollop of sour cream in there. And then just have, you know, disposable forks or whatever beside it, and you just put your fork in and you go.
And you know, you can also put more crushed up chips on the top.
Definitely. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And with kids, they'd probably like, oh, I want to try one with Doritos and one with chicken and one with tortilla chips and one with beef. And so it's nice that they're little. They don't get wasted by kids who lose their attention to eating because there are more fun things to do.
Right.
So, all right, there's our walking tacos. I hope you can try those out at home and enjoy.
And you know, any Little League game, even at the fair and at the horse shows, we use that all the time, and that's one of the best.
Oh, they're everywhere now.
Oh,
huh?
yes, and it is one of the best-selling things.
Yes.
You know, if you have a stand,
convenient.
and they're very easy, and there's no mess.
Yes.
Really, you have, you know, picnic tables,
Fill
and
your
you have the
crock pot
garbage
full of-
can there, and they clean up themselves.
And
So
you fill
that's
up your-
very good. Okay.
Fill up your crock pot with the taco meat. And
That's right.
ready to
It's
go.
easy to
Yep.
do. Okay, now.
Do you want me to move forward here or you?
Well, doesn't make any difference.
Okay.
Go right ahead with your cheese ball.
Okay, all
Okay?
right. So I wanted to find a fun, another fun like game day recipe. And you know, usually when you have people over, you like to do something a little bit extra, a little bit more fun. So I found this recipe. We do cheesecake, like not cheesecake balls, but we do like dessert balls a lot at my house. My kids like the one that you just do the cake mix and the cream cheese, and you just mix it together and you know, put the chocolate chips around it, and then you're done. And it's nice and easy, and it's really good, and everybody likes that as dip. So I found this one, and this was really fun, and it was a little bit different. So this is actually a chocolate chip cheesecake ball. So it's more like a cheesecake. There's no cake mix in this one. So I was excited to try this, and my kids and I really enjoyed it. And my husband too. He got home late, and I'm like, do you want dinner? He's like, I'm good. Just gonna sit here and eat this dip.
Definitely. It's a lot more fun that way.
Yes, exactly. So, all right. So we're just gonna start off with our softened cream cheese. Mine might be a little softer than it should be because I sat it somewhere warm because I was afraid it wouldn't soften in time for filming today, but we are good.
I was wondering, in those, instead of softening the cream cheese, would the spreadable cream cheeses work?
That is an excellent question, and I have never tried it.
See, I haven't either, but
I wonder
that's
if
food for thought.
That is food for thought. I don't know. Are they 8 ounces? Do they sell them in 8-ounce tubs? I wonder if it's the same size.
I don't know. I never checked the tubs.
Experiment. We'll have to report back next time, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we will.
Yes.
Because that would save some time.
Yes, yeah, to not have to sit it out. I've pretty much mastered softening and not melting butter in the microwave. Because I never have softened butter. But I've mastered that. But the cream cheese,
And
I don't want
that's
to put that in the microwave.
And, oh, I know. And the butter in the microwave, I always wind up cleaning the inside of my microwave then.
All right, so we have 8 ounces of cream cheese, and we have a half a cup of butter, which is a whole stick. We're just going to blend long enough till it's combined. The recipe says to do it till it's fluffy, so that looks fluffy to me. All right, then we have 2 tablespoons of brown sugar, 3/4 of a cup of powdered sugar. We're gonna mix that up now. And my kids love to use the beaters too. They like to take turns with the mixer. The problem comes when we're done and there are 4 children and 2 beaters. So we just put them in the sink and I get a spoon for each of them.
That's it exactly. That's all you can do.
That's what they said when we made this. They're like, can we lick the beaters? I'm like, well, how can we do that? What should we do? And they're like, there's 4 times on each one. So
that's right.
I get 2, they get 2, they get 2. So they were like mathematically like working it out.
And you know what? That's very good.
It was a great solution, but I thought, ooh, somebody's tongue's gonna end up on the wrong time and it's just gonna be ugly. So I just got the spoons.
This
Seems
is
like
true.
it would work better. Yeah. Yep.
It sounds good logically,
Exactly.
but it doesn't always, it isn't workable.
Right. All right, and then we have 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla extract, which I could have added that in at the same time
You
as
know,
the sugar.
you could really use any of the flavor in that. I bet to use rum extract. Yes.
I really like almond too.
Well, yes.
Almond extract's very good. All right. Just enough to get that mixed in. Now you need a package of mini chocolate chips, and you're going to use 3/4 of a cup in this part of the recipe, and you're going to save the rest for the outside of it when you're done. So you just stir in the chocolate chips, and once this is combined, you're going to cover your bowl and refrigerate it for 2 hours. And at that point, it will be set enough that you can shape it into whatever you want to shape it. So I shaped mine into a football. You can shape it just into a regular ball. I'm sure you could, do whatever kind of shape you want. So you'll cover this and refrigerate for 2 hours.
You know, you could also make small individual ones.
Oh, that would be fun.
Because if the Steelers play like they have been playing, it won't hurt the TV if you would throw those at it.
Although this weekend was pretty exciting. This past weekend was exciting. So I shaped it into a football, and then it goes back into the refrigerator for 2 more hours, and then it is set enough for you to add your chocolate chips. So I put the mini chocolate chips all over it and then accented with the little white chocolate chips to make it look like a football. And you can serve this, I use the little mini Nilla wafers, but you can serve it with graham crackers. My kids like the little graham crackers that are shaped like a dog biscuit. They like those ones. Vanilla wafers, pretzels. So this makes a nice little fun dip, and it looks pretty and fun on the table.
Oh, that is beautiful. That looks too good to eat. Now, see, we're getting all of our people very sugared up.
Yes.
Because I am making a dip it s'mores. At which time, you again take your mini chocolate chips. And this is very simple, but don't do the mistake that I did. I used just enough of the chocolate chips to cover the bottom of the dish, and you add, the first time I did it, I added too much milk, and it gets too soft, but makes a wonderful topping for ice cream.
Ooh.
So you just...
That's what they say, right? Some of the best recipes have come from mistakes in the kitchen.
This is it exactly. So you put in just a little bit of milk, just enough to cover it. That helps the chocolate chips melt. Then, my other mistake when I first made it was, well, you use the chocolate, the ghosts, but you must put them down I thought, oh, that'll look so cute. You know, I'll put them up this way, and they really look like little ghosts. But if you put them up with these dots facing up, when you put it in the microwave to melt them for the 10 minutes, guess what? You wind up with sunburnt ghosts. So you put them face down. That way it goes into the chocolate chips and you won't see it if they get sunburned or not. You put them all the way around.
I love this too because, you know, it's campfire season is
You
know, at this time has pretty much
And
it's
if
drawing
it's-
to an end, and so now you can reminisce about all of the campfire s'mores that you made
And not
by having
only
some of this
that,
dip.
but if you have a day like today, you're not going to have
Right.
much success with a campfire.
Right.
So now, after you get this done, you just put it in the microwave for 10 minutes, or in, not even 10 minutes, or in the oven at 450 for 10 minutes, and this is your end product. And you can take your graham crackers, which I didn't even open the box, shame on me. See, I'm not as good as Sarah. Sarah has everything already,
No.
even to the vanilla
No.
chip or cookies all over the place. And break these and then just use them as dippers. And what?
So these
Okay.
would be great to have at the same party because you can
Yes.
put out the same kind of dippers to dip
Exactly.
into both of them. Great.
Okay.
Okay, this is
Oh.
great.
Okay, I think that's it
Yeah,
for today's
so
show
we have
then.
for football fall parties, we have our veggie pizza, our s'mores dip, your walking tacos, and your game day chocolate chip cheesecake ball. So we hope that these are some fun new recipes that you'll enjoy trying at home. And go Steelers. All right, well, thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you next time.
Okay.